I hope all of you are safe and doing well. This video is going to be painful, but we will get through it somehow. Because in today's video, we're going to look at all the dumb financial mistakes that I have made in my life over the last decade or so. And not only are we going to make a list of all the dumb financial mistakes that I've made, but we're also going to compare that with what I could have made if I had just invested that money at that time. Basically, ये वीडियो में मेरी बहुत बेइज्जती होने वाली है, but it's all for a good cause because I'm just hoping that you guys look at my life as an example and you realize that you have the opportunity to not feel stupid like me. Please don't be stupid. So if you're in your 20s, make sure you watch this video till the very end, and maybe through my financial mistakes, you can find your financial master strokes. How will we do this? First, we'll make a list of all the dumb shit that I've spent money on and how much money it cost me, and then we're going to compare that number to the number which I could have made had I invested that money into stocks via my favorite app, Smallcase. But before we start anything, the biggest financial mistake you can make is to not hit the like button. So make sure you do that and leave a comment saying thank you Tanmay baby. जितने ज़्यादा कमेंट आएंगे उतना एल्गोरिथम करेगा कि ये वीडियो और लोगों को दिखना चाहिए, and that many more people will be able to start their journey into financial freedom. Also, at the end of the video, there's a big announcement that I think you guys will get very excited by. So make sure you watch it till the end. Because remember, you're only clueless until you start. So not many of you know this, but when I was 21, I started writing for television shows. तभी नई नई इनकम आई थी, नए नए पैसे आने लगे थे लाइफ में, और मेरी उम्र के लिए I had started making a decent amount of money, especially compared to my peers. This was great because it gave me financial freedom, but it was also bad because I wasn't frugal with that money. In fact, बचपन में जब मैं छोटा था, जो कुछ भी खर्चे मेरे मम्मी पापा ने मना किए थे मुझे करने से, ये मत खरीदो, ये अच्छा नहीं है, ये मत खरीदो, ये बहुत महंगा है, जाके पढ़ाई करो, पैसे आते ही मैं वो सारे अरमान पूरे करने लग गया. वीडियो गेम चाहिए थे, कपड़े चाहिए थे, जूते चाहिए थे, वॉच चाहिए थी. पैसे आते ही I was basically like, this was so stupid of me because what I should have done is start saving and investing. ऐसी बात नहीं है कि मैंने सेव करना शुरू नहीं किया था, मैंने शुरू किया था. In fact, I made a video about how much it helped that I saved when I was young. You can check out that video here. But मैंने बहुत फालतू खर्चे भी किए थे, and I could have saved more. In fact, more than saving, I could have started investing. I made some bad investments, which we will call a financial oopsie. Alright, so my first financial oopsie was buying my first car. When I was 21, my mom told me that an elder cousin of mine was looking to sell his car. It was a brand new car, it was practically unused, and it was cheaper than the market price of the car. So in my head, it was as good as buying a new car. So as soon as I heard it, I didn't think कि मुझे गाड़ी की ज़रूरत है क्या नहीं. I was just like, I want that car. Why? Because it would have been my first car. I would have been the first one amongst my friends to have bought a car. Now please bear in mind that मुझे गाड़ी की जरूरत नहीं थी. मैं घर से बाहर ज्यादा निकलता नहीं था, और अगर निकलता भी तो 3 किलोमीटर रेडियस दूर कभी जाता नहीं था. But in my dumb head, I was like, गाड़ी आएगी तो रोज रात गेड़ी करेंगे bro. हमने गेड़ी कभी नहीं किया. The car was a Fiat Palio. Back in the day, it was a very cool car, and I bought it close to about 5 lakh rupees. So my mom broke the FD that I had in order to buy this car. Now back in the day, FD 9% देती थी, लेकिन आजकल 5% देती है. तो एवरेज करने के लिए let's consider it at 7% return. ये रिस्क फ्री है और आपको गारंटी रिटर्न देती है. And I had just kept that 5 lakh rupees in FD from 2010 to today. That 5 lakhs would have turned into 10.5 lakh rupees. And this is just FD. Imagine if I had invested this in something that's still low in risk but gave better returns than FD. Like if I had put it in the all-weather investing small case. This small case has a little bit of gold, a little bit of equity and a little bit of debt. Like the name suggests, all-weather मतलब कोई भी weather के लिए चलेगा. जब मार्केट बहुत ऊपर चढ़ेगा तो ये थोड़ा ऊपर चढ़ेगा. जब मार्केट बहुत नीचे गिरेगा तो ये थोड़ा नीचे गिरेगा. Now if I had invested that 5 lakhs in 2010 into this small case, today, that 5 lakhs would have turned into, God, please don't be too much, please don't be too much, 18 lakh rupees. Really? 18 lakh rupees? And instead of that 18 lakh rupees, I have nothing. I could have gotten a much better car for this price. Anyway, it's time for the second financial oopsie. Well, guess what it is? My second car. TV के लिए कुछ साल लिखने के बाद I finally started doing stand-up. And after doing stand-up for a little while, a little more money started kicking in. I financially leveled up a bit. I don't know why. It just felt like मुझे थोड़ी और बड़ी गाड़ी चाहिए. थोड़ी बड़ी गाड़ी लेंगे तो लाइफ में थोड़ी स्टेटस बढ़ जाएगी, you know this sort of dumb thinking. And so I bought the Ford EcoSport. It was a compact SUV, it was stylish, it was new. I bought it for 9.5 lakh rupees in 2014. I sold my old Palio, took the money that I got with it, took out some money from my savings, and invested it into this car. Now I even got someone to drive me around. Then of course there's maintenance on the car itself and of course fuel. Now I'm not going to count that because I think traveling in cabs and Ola and Uber, they both would cancel each other out. There's a basket on small case called Top 100 which gives about 15.85% CAGR. Now the small case is medium risk. Okay, which means the returns will be slightly higher than a low risk one. Alright, now let's see if I had invested the money I used to buy the car into this small case, it would have turned into, please don't be a lot, please don't be a lot, please don't be a lot, 21 lakh rupees. So between the two cars, if I'd managed the money smartly, I could have made like 0.3, 0.4 of a crore already. Alright, financial oopsie. Number 3, buying dumb electronics. You know, like आप लोग की तरह मुझे भी बचपन से electronic items मस्त लगते हैं. However, growing up, my parents never had that kind of money to let me buy anything with that much freedom. तो जब मैं बड़ा हुआ और थोड़ी इनकम बढ़ गई, I started aggressively overcompensating for that feeling. बचपन की जो feeling कि ये मुझे चाहिए था पर मुझे मिला नहीं, अब मैं बड़ा हो गया अब मुझे खरीदना ही चाहिए. And these tech companies, they just know how to make every product just so wantable. Like वो iPhone का डिब्बा खुलने में ऐसे 10 सेकंड लगता है और उस 10 सेकंड में मतलब जो प्यार आ जाता है ना उस पे. Anyway, electronics are just so beautiful that you just want to keep buying, enjoying it, and then buying new stuff all the time. And I did exactly that. So देखते हैं कितना damage हुआ. Alright, so in the last 10 years, I've bought smartphones. I've got 6 iPhones. Really? I've bought 1 iMac, 4 MacBook Airs, and 3 iPads. Damn. I've got gaming consoles, PS3, PS4. I bought 2 PS4s because one stopped working. I have a Nintendo Wii. I bought the Nintendo Switch also and the PSP. वो सब इस लिस्ट पे डाला भी नहीं है. अच्छा एक और बार क्लिक करना है और भी है. 3 iPods, 4 AirPods and at least 1100 speakers. ये राघव ने ऐड किया क्योंकि राघव ने घर पे बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे स्पीकर्स नोटिस किए थे वन टाइम. मुझे बीच में बहुत शौक लग गया था कि मैं कहीं भी जाऊं मुझे म्यूजिक सुनना है और मुझे सब कुछ सुनाना है. तो वो छोटे क्यूट वाले स्पीकर्स आने लग गए थे ना, मैंने वो बहुत खरीद लिए थे हर जगह के लिए. एंड दीज आर जस्ट द गैजेट्स दैट आई रेगुलरली यूज. आई हैव 2 फिटनेस बैंड्स एंड एन आई वॉच अलग से. बताओ क्या फायदा हुआ है 2 फिटनेस बैंड लेके? बताओ. वो बस लेते समय लगा कि ब्रो मैं ये नहीं लेगा तो मेरा वजन कैसे कम होएगा. आई हैव बॉट 2 Alexas. Exactly. और दोनों Alexa पे सिर्फ सैड गाने बजते क्योंकि मैंने ये फालतू खर्चा किया. अब देखो इस लिस्ट में से क्या अवॉइडेबल था. See, having an expensive phone is not a bad idea. I have a simple rule now. If it's something that I spend a lot of time on, and if it's something that could give me asymmetrical returns, then it's not a bad investment. Like if you spend getting a good laptop. On that laptop you can edit videos और क्या पता एक कोई वीडियो फट जाए जिससे आपकी पूरी करियर बन सकती है. So that laptop gave you outsized or asymmetrical returns. I'm not saying घर बेच के laptop लो. I'm just saying that you don't have to feel guilty about spending on a decent laptop. So for the career I was in, having an iPhone didn't seem too bad. However, I didn't need to upgrade that every year. Not the iPhone, not the MacBooks, and definitely not the speakers. वैसे भी दिन में 10 घंटे ऋत्विक के गाने सुनता हूँ. वही गाने वही स्पीकर पे चला लो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. So let's say over the last 10 years I've spent about 5 lakhs on stuff that I didn't really need, even though I think that number is way higher. Let's be conservative and do 5 lakhs. Okay, stop it. Now since I spent this amount over 10 years, let's split that up into 10. So 10 annual installments of 5 lakhs, that's 50,000 rupees each year. How could I have invested this money smartly? Okay, so what if instead of buying all these Apple products, I'd bought Apple stock with it? Because are you even a finance person if you have not said this dumb cliche at least once in your life? Alright, so what would have happened if I had invested that money every year into Apple stock? Let's see what Apple stock gives. 28% per annum over 10 years. That's crazy. And I put in 50,000 per year. It would have turned into 25 lakhs. Okay, we are definitely over half a crore of loss by now. Because Apple is currently at $120 odd. That's 10x in 10 years. And I missed out on all of it. But of course, it's crazy to think that anyone could have predicted कि सारा पैसा Apple stock में डाल दो. But if I had thought कि यार tech stocks में डालते हैं India में, then the closest option would have been this IT tracker small case, 24% every year, it's medium risk. If I had put 50,000 per year, it would have turned into 20 lakh rupees. That's also not bad at all. It's still way more than those dead gadgets now. And even if I had played it safe, at the very minimum, it could have become 10 lakh rupees, right? Just a reminder that no part of this is financial advice. This is just to explain how not to fuck up like me. Time for the next oopsie. I constantly upgraded my lifestyle. I have a question. How does one become wealthy enough that you don't have to rely on working in order to manage your expenses? The answer is when the gap between your income and expenditure keeps getting wider, you save and invest more. पर ये सब तो मुझे अभी कुछ साल पहले ही पता चला. For a large amount of time, जितनी मेरी इनकम बढ़ती गई उतनी मेरे एक्सपेंसेस भी बढ़ते गए. Now सोचो अगर मेरी इनकम बढ़ती पर मेरे एक्सपेंसेस ज्यादा बढ़ते नहीं तो ये गैप बढ़ता रहता और इससे मैं इन्वेस्टमेंट्स और सेविंग्स कर सकता रहा. But now imagine if your income grows and your expenses grows with it as well. That gap keeps remaining constant or maybe even smaller. जब मेरी इनकम बढ़ी, I started spending it on little things that make the overall expense go up. और आप नोटिस भी नहीं करते. Like I remember मेरे पुराने घर पे मैं पेंटिंग करा रहा था, तो just small things like which paint to buy. I just wouldn't think about it and I would just be like, just get the best one. And for the guy who's painting, the best one is the most expensive one. He's not going to think for me. He's just going to be like, okay, let's just buy this top one. Like I started going to gourmet stores for my groceries instead of D-Mart like I used to. I was buying the same shit just in fancier packaging. The worst was just the amount of food I started ordering. Like ordering pizza, biryani, burgers twice, thrice a week. Like that number adds up. Like Zomato, Swiggy आने के बाद it's just a push of a button. You can just add stuff to the menu. It's become easier to spend on food because now you don't even have to go out to get restaurant quality food. So you think lunch में भी खाते, dinner में भी खाते, and that's what I did. ये सारे खर्चे ना जब आप कर रहे होते हो उतना लगता नहीं है. Like in my case personally, जब मैं travel करने लगा, जब मैं अकेला घर पे रहने लगा, when I started managing a company and I had many people to take care of, I just always had a ready excuse to not think about how much I was spending. Like if I really think about it, like 30k a month, I could have really saved and invested that. But anyway, imagine मैंने एक SIP शुरू की 2011 से, and instead of buying expensive paint or Domino's, I'd invested in those companies. Now there's a small case I found called the Great Indian Middle Class. This basket has companies that should benefit from the rise in the discretionary income of the Great Indian Middle Class. Its CAGR is close to 17% every year, and say I'd started an SIP of about 30,000 every month and I'd increase this amount by about 20% every year. क्योंकि मेरी income भी तो बढ़ रही है ना, so naturally, savings and investment should also go higher. So over the last 10 years, this amount would have turned into Is that right? Does that seem right? That is close to 2 crore rupees, all of a simple saving and investment habit. Yeah, I know that constant saving or investment over 10 years feels like a lot of work, but if this had become a habit in the first few years, you wouldn't even have noticed this amount accumulate up to 2 crore rupees. Even if you had not bought, medium risk stocks, or if you had gone low risk, you would have still made 1.6 crores. That's the power of having a habit to invest every month consistently. Deva re deva, kai kilos re tu tanmay. And that's the main message. If you invest consistently and in a diversified portfolio, compounding will take care of you. And finally, my last financial oopsie. I wasted my risk appetite. Now, if you're young and in your 20s, then you can definitely afford to invest in some risky assets. When we are young, हम लोग मस्त बैचलर लाइफ जी रहे होते हैं, हमारी कोई जिम्मेदारी नहीं होती. Secondly, अगर कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हुआ, you still have a long amount of time in order to make up for it. I'm not saying go crazy and only invest in risky assets. I'm saying a part of your income can go into something risky, and ideally after it's something risky that you actually have some knowledge about. Don't be a blind investor. Like, think about where you're putting your money. You're young, but you're not stupid. It's good to be young, but it's not good to be stupid. Remember that. उस उम्र में मेरे को इन्वेस्टिंग के बारे में ज़्यादा पता नहीं था, तो पैसे बस मेरे सेविंग्स अकाउंट में पड़े रहते थे. I could have taken like 5-10,000 every month and invested in something high risk. So currently I'm investing in a small case called Value and Momentum Basket. This is a highly volatile basket which invests in discounted companies with good momentum in the recent days. And this basket has given a CAGR of 25% every year. And say I'd invested 10,000 rupees every month, which would have turned into a damn. And that's the impact of these high-risk assets. If you pick some good ones, they'll give you very good returns in the long run. Again, this is not financial advice. Please read offer document carefully before investing. Right, so I hope the message of this video is very, very clear. It does not matter how much money you make, but how much money you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. I think I'm a very good example of you could make a lot of money but still not be financially healthy for a long time. And you don't even have to be an expert to invest in stocks. When you're young, just taking that step is good enough. And and let time do the job for you. On that note, friends, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. You can check out the links in the description and the pinned comment to know what apps I use to invest. And to buy stocks, you need a Demat account. You can check out the link in the description how to open one for free. And before we go, the big announcement. I'd asked a lot of you if you wanted to learn how to trade, and many of you said yes. So I went ahead and I made a trading course completely for free, and I will be releasing that on this channel starting June 7th. I've worked very hard and very long on this, and I'm so excited for you guys to take that course. Again, it's completely free and it'll teach you all the basics about trading. I promise you, once you go through that course, you will be able to trade both in stocks and crypto. Also, there's a crypto only channel that I've started with my friend Akshay. Link is in the description. On that note, see you guys on the next video. Ciao.